Peace, peace. Welcome back to the Odyssey podcast. Of course, with your girl word. And we have the first lady that's back in the building. Hey, first lady.
Peace, 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 and blessings.
So I
Love
hope
it.
everybody is hearing me fine. Forgive me because I may go in and out, first lady. You know what's going on with my situation, so you know how to work with me. With that being said, guys, I'm happy to be back. I hope everybody's having a blessed night. I hope everybody had a good work week to start off with. Mine was kind of like all over the place, but I am still managing to learn how to push through a lot of things. So here I am with the content. And of course, like I said, I have the First Lady OG in the building back with me. And I love when she comes through and just spreads her knowledge and gives you her raw opinion on what she feels is going on. So it's always a pleasure. First Lady, just welcome back in the building. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and what to look forward to before we actually dive in.
Hey, again, I'm the First Lady, the voice, the visualizer of opportunities for inner city children everywhere. So I'm coming to represent and start doing the groundwork for my organization and my purpose, which is Auntie House. So, Auntie House is a organization that will come to the urban city where our children need things to do, where they need help, they need education, and they just need someone that shows them love and concern and care, and especially the ones that are forgotten about. I provide mentoring services. I'm going to be start giving out information as far as resources and things that people can get help in places um, until Auntie's house is actually um, up and running, the brick and mortar. So, but yeah, so just follow me. I'll offer 24-hour daycare. I'm gonna offer a residence for some of our incarcerated young men and women to come home to, almost like a halfway house type of thing, but it's not going to be that. It's going to be a home with love. They will complete their state requirements, and they will learn and be a part of the family. And my website is firstladyent.com. 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 Come and check me out over there. I have a plethora of things on the website as far as what I do offer. As a vocalist, I do sing, so I offer entertainment. We offer 360 photo booths. We offer catering. So there's a plethora of things over there if you go over there to see what I'm about. And definitely come and check me out. I'm also on Bigo.live TV as the First Lady OG. Bigo ID esoteric underscore Empress. I'm on Facebook as Hollis Voice, First Lady Hollis Voice. I'm having a hard time changing it because I'm trying to make it consistent across the board. IG is First Lady Hollis Voice, and again, here I'm on YouTube as the First Lady presents Auntie House. So definitely come and check me out. I appreciate those that come and support Word Justice for Word on the Street, and thank you, and I appreciate it once again to be back with y'all.
Well, thank you, First Lady. And like I said, listen, check her out. She's on all forms of social media. So trust and believe me, you would not be disappointed. Like I told y'all, I will be back. I'm just going to dive in a little bit before I get into this Diddy situation because this shit with Diddy, listen, man, we're about to dive into the Diddy in a minute. But before that, I definitely told you guys I would come back with an update with the Rich Homie Quan situation. His funeral was recently held. His funeral was actually held yesterday. Um, I was not able to really get a chance to dive deep into the services that, I heard he had a plethora of people talk and, say what he meant to them and his legacy that he left within Atlanta. I don't have no real choice of words for that yet, although the media has been going crazy since his funeral. And of course, we're going to have people that are going to interpret certain things in people's faces to be like, this person seemed like it was an ulterior motive or they knew something, whatever have you. But as of now, what else is circulating in the media is his brother and his girlfriend. Is something odd about that situation per se. His father did speak, and his father did express on um the news to a certain degree that he's not quite sure if you know, it wasn't foul play involved in his son's passing. But however, everything is just based on circulation. And please, my people, don't take it on something that I'm saying. I'm doing research and I'm bringing you back what's being put out there. I'm still analyzing what's being put out there as well as you guys too. So my condolences yet again go out to the family. I'm gonna keep on doing some more research. And like I told you, I've been looking at the Young Thugger trial. I have fell off for about like maybe 2 or 3 days. The last thing I left off at was when Woody was actually sitting to do his testimony, and the attorney asked him if Young Thug sent him to do the shooting that took place at his father's barbershop. So all of that I have to really go back and listen to. So like I said, I will keep you guys more updated on that. But his funeral service did take place. It's a lot of speculation behind his funeral and the people that were there or what have you, and the people who also spoke. So we're gonna dive deep into that as I do more research on that level. I know the first lady, we spoke on it and we touched on it because we felt all types of ways based on the occurrence in which his passing took place, and just certain things just seem off the board. But now, guys, let me tell you, this shit is just getting more crazy and crazier because now we in the Diddy situation. Now, if you guys go back to a few of my videos, I spoke on Diddy, especially when the story broke with Cassie and prior before the story broke with Cassie, because P. Diddy been under investigation for a little minute, right? Now he's finally arrested. Yes, he's been arrested. From what the media is saying, he has been arrested. He's been denied bail twice so far, and it's a picture circulating. And so I just want to make you guys know this right now. The picture that I have in my thumbnail is allegedly supposed to be P. Diddy's home when they raided it. And the reason why I'm saying allegedly, because we're not sure if that picture is the actual picture that was in his home. But we know what the insinuation is because plethora of people that have been around Diddy and has been to his parties have made mention of certain weird things within Diddy's home. So now, for those of you who haven't really been keeping up on the Diddy story since his arrest and him being denied bail, um, as of right now, Sean Combs was arrested Monday. The U.S. Attorney's Office in New York arrested Combs. He was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel on West 57th Street. A representative also spoke where he was caught off guard when he was apprehended. The U.S. Attorney Damian Williams confirmed in a statement on Monday federal agents arrested Combs based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern State of New York. So as we know, Diddy has been under investigation for a long time. Now, the things that he has been under investigation for since um the situation with the lawsuit regarding his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. A plethora of other lawsuits took place behind that, but he's been indicted on sex trafficking, and he's also been indicted on coercion. They also found drugs inside of his home. So those are what the charges are, into which now he has been denied bail as of today twice. And First Lady, let me tell you something. When the photo dropped of the alleged lubricants and baby oil in his alleged home, I'm gonna tell you the truth. My, I'm thinking all types of shit, right? What's your thoughts?
Nasty, nasty. Well, like we said, it's alleged. We're not really sure if that's actually the home, although it was so stated that, there was a large quantity of those things that we see in the picture, lubricants and baby oil found as well. So, according to all the alleged stories, if that is the place, then damn, it's obviously true, huh? But I don't know. I really wish we could find out if that's actually real, because would you really have that kind of display like soon as you walk in? Like that's just like, I don't
But
know.
I'm
That's
gonna tell you, it has been a lot of people to speak on going to Diddy's parties and seeing shit that just was real weird. You know what I mean? Like, example, he had a party where he had a huge mattress in his backyard with multiple chairs, like sofa chairs in his backyard. And the people that attended that party that were thrown off was just like, okay, like he already had this deviant sexual way about himself, because he already depicted it in so many of his parties. And that's why it was through invitation only. Through
Mhm.
if you wasn't invited to the shit, you wasn't getting in. But the
Mm-mm.
shit that was going down in them shits, I believe, was crazy. And yes, I do know that when the feds raided both of his homes, they were able to obtain a lot of shit. Because, mind you, that tape that was released on Cassie Ventura with him beating her up when she was trying to get into the elevator and all of that,
I
that
would
was
know.
a tape that he bought from the hotel that he was in. So
Right.
that means this mother, this mother effer kept the tape, because that's the only way they were able to retrieve it, was through the raid. And I don't put it past where how the things that were described by a few women. Listen to me. You know where I'm looking at it from. This is just like another R. Kelly case.
Mm, Unfortunately, nobody was in the right. Like he's far past R. Kelly. He's more along the lines of a young Huey. He's like a baby Huey as far as I'm concerned. Definitely way above R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? More like a Hugh Hefner.
And let me ask you a question. Right now, do you feel like the entertainment world is right now a bit shaken up behind this arrest with Diddy, because he supposedly has a lot of shit
Yeah,
on a
he's
lot of
definitely got
these celebrities?
exactly. He's definitely got a lot. He's definitely got a lot of information on other people. And I honestly felt, allegedly, the first time they ran up in there, I felt it was the people that he was up under, that they was basically like, mm-mm. Like, I mean, it's time to pay the piper. But when you do things like that and you into that kind of situation, you have to, your time comes. There comes a time when your time is up. When you sell your soul and you sign your name in blood, at the end of the day, there comes a time when your time is up. And when your time is up. And let's say Diddy had a nice run. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice run.
Listen, he had a real good run. A
Okay.
real good run.
A
But
real
that's
good.
another thing too. Now, I feel as though, because now we're going to take it back just a little bit. Because when Keefe D got locked up, it was also things that Keefe D released to the DEA when it came down to Diddy's dealing with Biggie and Pac. Now, it's a guy by the name Choke No Joke, right? Choke No Joke said himself he was around for the time when it was spoken on this hit being placed on Big. Not too long after Tupac was hit up. So, do you feel that eventually we're going to get some insight to any involvement that Diddy had when it came down to the Pac and Biggie? And did he really, like, do you feel like he really put money on their heads so that he could be able to, like with Tupac's situation, I would know that that was for Biggie. That was to be able to have Biggie be pushed more out there, because Tupac and Biggie was definitely, they already put them in competition.
Uh-huh.
But you
But
know a little bit more
that
about this than me,
industry is
First
just,
Lady.
I mean, the industry is what it is at the end of the day. And like I said, it comes a time when you have to pay the piper. Like they play dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like within the covenant. Their thing is they're sworn by blood and secrecy. And death comes to those who speak or who chooses not to be a part, or who chooses to, again, to speak, which means you speaking against the situation. So I do feel like, I want to say, knowing what we know as far as the future proving the past, and my thing is, remember who controls the media. Remember that a lot of things are distractions, and remember to stay with your head on a swivel to really see what's really going down. You know what I'm saying? They shaking this up, and they making it a big deal and telling y'all, but trust and believe it's something bigger going down, or it's a bigger fish going down as well. So, and he is the scapegoat for it. So, do I believe that you're going to see a lot more of the industry as you have been, even though it seems quiet? But every time you turn on your news, you see another somebody. Just between this year and last year, how many people have been going down for sex trafficking or sexual abuse, or situations that were not with kids? Like, I just read the story on Morgan Freeman, like leaving his wife for his granddaughter. Like, what? Like, this is what the industry grooms. Like, they groom them to, unfortunately, like children, and do demonic and crazy things to children. So the industry is not what it's cracked up to be, as you can see. um I don't want to say like who's worse, R. Kelly's, but Diddy's worse than, but I still compare Diddy's situation to more of a Hugh Hefner situation, to where the parties, it's always a bunch of them. It's young, like before the drugs, and there were certain drinks for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like the staff and his friends and them, they drank regular drinks, and then there were other drinks that the staff made that had drugs and things within it that they gave to the girls and to the sex workers, male nor female, that they had different drinks. They might have a bottle of champagne as well, but their champagne is laced. And these are the type of things that they were doing at the parties to even have these things happen, because everybody was all what's the drug that he uses that he supposedly started, Tucci, which is like I believe ecstasy and cocaine together or something of that nature. Anyway, something of that nature. But they drug these young women, and they call in certain people. There's like a dress where you go out and you know that he's in town if a certain person comes out dressed a certain way, so they know to bring the press. Like it's a whole, like I said, who happen to had tunnels running from like the Vegas Strip and strips that ran right to the house. Like it's so much in the industry. It's so much, and y'all about to see some of them go down. Unfortunately, I don't believe he came into the industry that way. He was groomed and shown how to do this from others that are no longer here, and some of them that are still here. And power and money creates monsters. And as we can see, that's what's happening now. Oh, 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 she might have cut off, y'all. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We still here again. Um, I, yeah, she definitely has technical difficulties. I didn't even change my clothes from work, y'all, so don't mind me. I again, this she is, guys. Again, like I'm just saying that they're showing Diddy. They're telling a lot of things, but there's a lot more that's to happen. There's a lot more to come, and there's a lot that's already happened, and there's a lot more to come. So stay tuned. But like I said, don't get consumed, because a lot of this is distractions for what's really, really happening. Y'all already know this is an election year, and it's a lot of things going on with that. Whether election is going down or not, this is the what we're in. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's like being grateful and thankful for being in the times that we're in, able to have things like this, like social media, where you can reach someone in a whole nother country, is amazing. Like I came up in times where there were no cell phones, there wasn't even no internet. You know what I'm saying? When I was a little girl. So at the end of the day,
Can
you
you
know,
guys hear me?
yeah, now we can. I don't
Okay,
know.
because
I
yeah, I
don't
was
know.
going through the motions just now.
I figured that.
Yeah, it was definitely taking me through the motions, but I did get like a little bit of what you were saying, and it's crazy because one of the lawsuits that Diddy has against him has to do with a yacht worker. Now, this yacht worker explained like she obviously worked that whole entire night, and obviously in the yacht business, you have to make sure you service the guests that you have because that's how your money is going to come in. This particular night, she's servicing them, and his son Justin invited her to take a drink. She was very apprehensive about taking the drink, but however, she did then take the drink. When she took the drink, she said she felt disoriented. She woke up the next morning feeling sore, not knowing really what happened. Um, so for her last recollection was being asked to take a drink, her denying the drink, and almost feeling like she had to take the drink in order to satisfy Diddy's son. So she's also, because now Justin, which is Diddy's son, also has an SA case against him right now. And it's all surrounding that also. But it's
Hmm.
so much stuff. Like as of right now, a lot of people spoke on Jaguar Right. And at that time when Jaguar first hit even the YouTube streets and she was speaking, it was like the shit that she was speaking to certain people may have sounded outlandish, but a lot of what she said actually came to pass. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Like this woman sat there and spoke in detail on a lot of situations that took place behind the scenes in the industry. Now, it's some shit that also just made media as far as allegedly, guys, because I'm going to wait for it to actually surface itself if it is true. But allegedly, also a tape was found with something very explicit on these tapes with Mary J. Blige.
Mm, I haven't seen that yet.
So, what they're trying to basically insinuate, allegedly, is that she also endured abuse from the hands of P. Diddy, also.
Mhm. I definitely believe that.
So, these videos that was allegedly also found in the home, they say it's that explicit as far. So if you looked at the Cassie Ventura video and what he did, and now we can only imagine, because now we got a visual of what he's capable of, what ultimately he was doing to these women. And yeah, they named Mary J. Blige as one of them. Now Kalina, which was one of his artists, that was also together with Dawn Richards, where she came in to recant and say what Dawn Richards was saying was not true. He, right before getting arrested, contacted this young lady 54 times. So it was something dealing with that situation also, to where he was trying to tie up a few loose ends. But for
Mhm.
those of you who are familiar with Kalina, she did recant her story, but she also had a lawsuit that was against him, and she had recently recant. From what they're trying to allegedly say, her recanting of what she originally put her lawsuit out for is because she is scared for her family's life and her own life.
Mhm.
But for me, it's crazy because I do think that right now, with this shit happening with P. Diddy, just opened up the rabbit hole when it comes down to this entertainment business, because
Mhm.
he didn't do shit by himself. And a lot of people was involved in what you call the FOs, which were the freak offs.
Mhm.
Let's just keep it real. A lot of people was involved in it. So he
I heard
definitely,
that he had tapes of all of that kind of stuff, which is kind of what's burying what's putting the nail in the coffin for him, because it's visual.
is visual, exactly.
And there's no way you're gonna speak to all these people and people gonna say things like it's consensual when you have a lot of people that really should be going down. Now I believe like Cassie's lawsuit was the was a big one, but the biggest one is that of Rodney Jones, that producer, because
And
he
I'm gonna tell you
he
the
in
truth.
turn he in turn uh made Cassie's all of Cassie's allegations true because
Well,
of what.
that's true. But I'm gonna tell you something. First lady, you know what I think put the nail in it? I don't think it was Little Rod. I think it was the young lady that put the lawsuit on him, that was underage at the time, that was in his studio, that showed video. She showed photo evidence of at that timing of her being in Diddy's studio in New York City and having a train ran on her. At that time when she had that train ran on her, she was underage. I think that's what put the nail in the coffin. Now, when it comes down to the
I didn't
Cassie
know about that
Ventura,
situation. Yeah, I didn't know about
yeah,
that situation,
that
but yeah. But
That
Rod,
shit right now is out there right now. That is one of the people that he has, the young ladies he has to pay off.
I mean, but even just how he paid off Cassie, he denied it and said everything wasn't true, but then he paid her off the very next day.
But guess what? He did that with Cassie because it was already known that Cassie already had so much footage that she had in her phone from the abuse that she endured period from him. You know what I mean? So that took
That's
place.
what I'm saying.
Cassie
Rod
got
Rod
paid
made
off.
all of that true as well. I listened to Rod's lawsuit was about 24 pages.
And he
And
was supposedly allegedly sexually assaulted also, right? During the times of working
by
for him.
by other men, yes, and threatened by, he told a lot of stories. He told the stories that he was sitting right there in the studio when Justin and Sean was in the bathroom and the shot was heard, and somebody, I can't remember the name of the guy that was shot, but there's somebody that's named Muhammad in the crew that's like the cleanup guy that could get everything done when things are needed. That's why nobody never knew about Cassie, because he had motherfucking doctors in his pocket that was disregarding HIPAA laws and all that shit. They still was like, oh, when he was like, I need all the paperwork. So the paperwork, so nothing goes public and nobody sees or knows that this girl is in here with her jaw broke or whatever the case may be. He had things of that nature. But Rod also said that his lawsuit came with videos and pictures as well when the time comes. But I've also heard that his daughter's been threatened and this man can't even come outside his house. That's how scared he is. He's been receiving super threats on his life ever since that lawsuit was put in. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like he sealed his own fate. Like, mm, 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 mm. I'm not surprised because of what I know and things that I know, but oof, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you already know Chopper used to be in this house all the time. So he didn't actually say a lot, but he said enough. And y'all remember Chopper from Making the Band. Hmm. Real, actual, personal, close friends. Yep, in my house. Call me auntie as well. So yeah, we know. Puffy been a monster for a very long time. And like I said, now it's time to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? All good things do come to an end. Hmm. If you want to call that good. But as far as he was concerned, he was living good. That power and that money go to people's head and they control people. I mean, come on. He had people scared of him because people remember what we burnt up Kid Cudi car because Kid Cudi was supposed to be messing with Cassie. Next thing you know, his car's on fire. He beat up yo, it's a long, he got a long list of, and he's got a long list of things that people know about. And it's all with the temper and all of that and using the drugs. And like I said, he didn't come into the industry like that. He was taught like that. He learned that behavior and he got a taste of it. And when he seen how powerful, the power that they gave him, that money and everything that they gave him, he ran with it. And now he got to pay for it. My condolences to those that lost their life and peace, love, and healing to those that, have trauma that they have to live with for the rest of their life.
Yes, and I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I've been having technical difficulties, but the saddest part about it is, like you just said, as I'm coming in, is the trauma that you do have to live with. You know what I mean? And ultimately, people think that trauma goes away as you get older, or it's a method of trying to get over that pain that traumatized you. And it's truly not until you find it within yourself, piece by piece, to re-heal what you feel has been broken. And it's sad that Diddy has children, And when you look at his daughters, he has beautiful daughters, and his sons are very handsome. But they all are also broken with all that money and lavish life and fancy shit. They still broken because to sit there, that's an embarrassment to know that your father would say that he's there to protect you, but he's harming somebody else's child. Even when it somewhat came down to Quincy, it was a video that was out there of him in the video and all the kids, and just his aura and his approach with Quincy was very like sexual, and it was just very weird.
I
That's
mean, but
my opinion.
he's what they call also a zest monster in the industry. He's one of the highest ones as well, Quincy Jones. For those that do not know, and
What you can you explain what you when you say a cess monster
a zest monster, like
or
yeah,
zest? Zest.
like yeah,
Okay.
zest. They actually call that was actually a term they used for Buster Rhymes.
Oh shit.
Woo! Yes, yes, yes. I've been looking up at a couple of things, but that is actually because we actually have a cousin that y'all heard of Reek the Villain. That's our family, and he does not. And I keep trying to tell your brother, like, talk to him, like, find out why is he not with Buster anymore? Like, I really, I want that firsthand knowledge.
I would love to know after you find out. Like
Ooh,
I would love to know that too, because that shit is crazy.
you
Because there's been a
already know.
lot of speculations out there, a lot.
Yep, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, what the? If you could, can you confirm? And guess what? You ain't even got to say too much. I could read in between the lines.
Right, right. That's why I told your brother. I'm like, did you talk to Reek yet? Because Reek was an upcoming artist that he had up under him that obviously y'all don't really know who he is. If you heard or when Buster first started getting big, like you might know of him, but I mean he's not no goddamn Missy Elliott. Why? And then Gats did tell me that they fell out. I don't know what the situation was about, but I could only believe when I'm listening to the stories that they said that some people actually know um when he comes to certain clubs that they do certain things or they set up certain things because they know when he comes to the club they know what he likes. And that's just crazy to me that there's so many people that be in on the fuckery. Like that's what just gets
But that's
me.
the thing about it. When you have when you are in the midst of it, you have a whole bunch of handlers. And them handlers is willing to give you and make sure you get whatever you needed because they were already sent by somebody else to make sure that you continue to do what you need to do.
Right.
So now how do we keep you going? We going to juice you up. We going to make you feel like you living the best lavish life, not realizing that you really ain't.
That's why y'all have to listen to the covenant when you have a chance. It tells you that we even tell them we sell them false hopes of believing that they're one with us, and we give them great titles and monetary compensation. However, they will never know that they will never be us and that they're being used as puppets to take our children and us on a roller coaster ride of bullshit at the end of the day, basically. Excuse me, Bigo. I mean, oh, Lord have mercy. YouTube. I'm really working on my politically correct conversation as far as because we still have to abide by certain rules. And I know I tell you, when I get to talking about some of this stuff, I could really just just want to cuss them all because it's in your face. Like we have to stop letting our children be in awe over these puppets that are doing nothing but teaching them to disrespect women, disrespect themselves, use all kind of drugs, and basically kill yourself. That's the plan. That's what they want us to do, and that's what we have to be very, very careful of. We have to realize that we are the celebrities. We are the ones that are the superstars, and the industry is not what it's cracked up to be. It's not. It's false. Half of those videos and movies that videos and things that you're looking at is fake. They don't own that stuff. When you really look at it, think about it. A person that they call a celebrity, how much money do they really need? Everywhere they go, they're allowed to just walk in. Everything is free. So a lot of the things you see, the rented houses, the houses of some of the higher ups that they allowed to use, or they'll go to these places and rent these houses, and you think that this is their home, and they just rented houses for the videos. They renting cars, they doing Turo. They don't own all of that stuff. They're not even making that kind of money. Ain't no more album sales and things like that now. They're getting live streams. You getting money
Facts.
by doing shows, and
Hmm.
concerts, or it's not happening.
And then you see a lot of them even coming to certain platforms like TikTok and YouTube and
Hmm.
Instagram. So
Exactly. B
that
even
goes to show
Bigo.
you.
Right. They even on Bigo. Snoop is a lot of it's a lot of them on social media because of course social media is monetizing and paying, and they come with a following because they aka celebrities, so they come with a following and they can come to these platforms and be monetized easily, so
And that's the
we
thing about it too. You know what I'm saying? They come to these platforms, they're monetized easily. And so even with the people that's coming in to actually do something or see themselves being able to bring something to the application, what happens? You know what I'm saying? But like
Mhm.
with this whole P. Diddy shit, I'm gonna be real with you. I seen the shit coming. I spoke about it prior before. I feel like people do need justice for being violated. I think that he did have a lot of deviant ways and things that he did to violate a lot of people. And it's now that it's coming to light because guess what? He has reached a plateau of we got to get rid of you in a sense. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's what it is. And like I said, I believe every single allegation that has been put against him. Period. Every allegation. Because when you look at him, I do consider him to be a sexual deviant. He looks like he has all different types of just thoughts, but just even listening, like you said before, to a lot of the testimonies of the ones that were able to come out and speak, like Little Rod, like Cassie Ventura. And these people endured pain for a long period of time and gained nothing out of it. And now it's like they're getting what their just due is when it comes down to him finally being incarcerated. Now, I don't know how long or what is going to take place. I am going to continue to follow the Diddy's case. As of right now, he has been denied bail twice. I don't know if he's going to try to go in a third time to see if he can possibly get bail. But as of right now, he has been denied bail. He is back in the federal detention center where he is awaiting to probably see a judge again. But he does have racketeering, sexual assault, and, and coercion as the charges that's against him right now, and sex trafficking. Let's not leave that out.
Right.
So that's where we're at with that. And like I said, just like when you just think about certain things that I feel like he does have, I feel like it's a lot of video footage that Diddy does have, that I believe the feds do have right now. I do, because you know, when the feds come in, that's Homeland Security. So I do believe they were able to obtain a lot of footage from Diddy's home, from both his homes. So I'm definitely gonna just like keep on following this story. But I'm not gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it dropped with that lube and that baby oil, my mind was like, this man is really, really sick. And then remember, he had very young
Apologies,
artists,
y'all. I had to run to
such
the loo.
as Justin Bieber was one of his young artists, and Justin Bieber was introduced to P. Diddy through Usher. And remember, Usher was under P. Diddy for a long time. It's things right now that's currently dropping about Usher. And I'm also going to try to follow up as much as I can, because they're saying they were also able to uncover Kim Porter's memoir that she was writing. If I'm not mistaken, they spoke on that
Did
also.
they find her laptop? That's what I want to know. Where that laptop at?
That too. And but guess what? The From what they're saying, it was on the laptop. So
Because
my assumption,
she was writing a book. She was about to write a book, and she was about to expose um the same sex loving part of him.
right.
Let's
And
say it
I
like
feel as though it was not a book. So I do feel as though it was still on the laptop.
that. It was.
However, they have not disclosed where it was found, but it was allegedly found. And like you said, it was a lot of things in there, and incidents in which Kim vividly speaks about in this memoir.
And Heavy
You
D
know,
was writing too.
say that one more time.
Heavy D was writing some things as well.
I also heard Heavy D was also writing some things, and the craziest thing is, I don't know how deep him and Heavy D's relationship was, but from my knowledge, it seemed to be pretty deep, and then all in a sudden, he was out of here.
Mm-mm-mm. All of a
It's
sudden.
so much. Listen, it is so much different things that if you analyze it for what it is, you will see through it. Like I said, I'm not here to persuade nobody's mind. Everything I
Exactly.
speak on is my opinion.
Exactly.
M- Definitely my opinion, because I definitely have my perspective on when I come across certain news, and it's just like certain things don't add up, and your mind just starts to work when it comes down to that. And with the P Diddy situation, I've been talking about it, because not for nothing, like I said, I knew he was a slime ball.
Why you think our poor girl Wendy Williams going through what she going through right now? Allegedly.
Even with Wendy, like with Wendy Williams, just how they was able to literally take over. She ain't got no money. What you talking? Nothing. Left her with nothing.
Your boy Diddy was the one that allegedly stopped her from took her off the radio here in New York. Because
Listen, I heard
remember when
about
she
that
was
back in
going
the day.
crazy
Back
with
in the
the
day, I heard about that.
remember
I
because she
heard
was going crazy with the same sex loving rapper. She used to call it the gay rapper. And
I
she was
remember
going
that
heavy
because
with that a long time
I
ago.
did get wind of that. And you know what's so crazy? Wendy actually spoke about that
My
when
Twitter.
she invited Diddy to the couch. And when she invited Diddy to the couch, she was like, I'm so happy you're no longer mad at me, because like, listen, like, you had me gone from the radio station. I went through all this different obstacles. Nobody wanted to hire me. I was like totally blackballed. I would never forget that. For real. And it's crazy because now, fast forward, even with just Wendy Williams, and because I feel like Wendy, she was in the midst. And Wendy, at a point in time when she was doing radio, she definitely spoke about her cocaine habit and drinking and all of those things. And she was definitely in the loop with a lot of shit. But listen here, guys, I will definitely be keeping everybody posted on the updates on Diddy's trial. When I
Okay.
tell you, it's been a lot of good content creators also out here that's putting out information on Diddy's trial. And so I'm going to also try to follow up as best as I can with what's going on with the whole Diddy situation. And of course, bringing you updates on the Rich Homie Quan's situation as well. Um, as you guys know, I'll be back to come through. When anything that's breaking news, I'll be right here to give it to you. Okay? But yeah, First Lady OG, when I tell you, it just almost feels like a domino effect when it comes down to how everything is happening. And
Mhm.
it's so crazy because a lot of people that spoke on a situation like the Jaguar rights, like the Gene deals, they spoke on particular moments, times, and knowing that he was going to be indicted.
It's so funny on the last video you asked me that question. That was so crazy.
I did because like at that point I knew he was under investigation, but for some reason it was like, damn, I feel like they have now came up with either enough evidence or it's something they know that's about to take place, so they're about to take him in as soon as possible.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just that when I asked you that
But you
back,
gotta
you see
hear,
what I'm
you
saying?
gotta hear how Savage was playing it. We was watching the actual press conference with the appeal for to go again for a bail. The things that they say is just like so, it's not funny, but it's funny to an extent. Like the defense is just like going hard, like, he's been cooperating. He knew that he had to come and face these charges, so that's why he even came to New York. He submitted his passport, the passports of his children, and everything has been confiscated, so there's no reason why. Da, 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 da. I was just like, yo, oh my goodness. No,
I
damn
mean, the
well.
craziest thing is they getting paid to go up there and say everything that they just said. Because
I
at the
mean,
end of the
it's
day,
all
their
it's all the
defense is to
show.
try to get
Follow
him
the
bail.
show. Enjoy the show, everybody. That's all I want to say. Enjoy the show. Because that's what we doing. We enjoying the show. Where's my other okay.
Like I said, I feel like the puppet masters, mm-mm-mm. The puppet masters that
Exactly.
be,
Exactly.
they are definitely at work. And do I feel like to a certain degree we do have distractions to come
Oh,
um
definitely.
in
Because it's
for
coming
something
out.
bigger? A hundred
Mm-hmm.
percent. A
Mm-hmm.
100%. But that's
Mm-hmm.
why I always keep your head going. Keep your head on a 360 swivel. Anything at any moment. But like I said, this shit is like a domino effect. And know that this shit is just for something else bigger going on. Period.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
just
and
not
don't
like,
never and don't let never enough let take nothing take you by storm. We can't get scared, y'all. We gotta be prepared. So we all know what's coming in November, right along behind all of this. So just stay positive, keep vibrating high vibrations. Love is the answer, love is the key. You already see what comes with hate and deceit and control and power and money. Stay in love. Hey, Joey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Stay love in the
hey
heart.
Joey.
Love self. Love those around you. Stay positive on purpose. And please know that everything is going to be good as long as you stay good. You want to be trusted, you got to be honest. So be honest with yourself. Love yourself. Teach your children to love themselves. We wasn't taught that. You know what I'm saying? We used to get our feelings hurt with kids saying some of the meanest things, but we have to start teaching our children to love themselves. And you cannot love anybody else without loving yourself first. So stay high vibrational, everybody. Pay attention, stay focused, and do what you have to do for you. Don't get too consumed. You can be concerned. I tell my children this all the time, but do not get consumed. Be concerned, not consumed. Oh, Virgo. I'm a Virgo too. Mine was
What
9/8.
good? Virgo
Happy
gang in the
belated.
building.
Happy belated. You know they
Yes.
running us out of here. They trying to run us out of here so fast on Sunday. They like, come on, you Virgos. They already in the film. They like, oh yeah, so and so is 10-1 and Libras is coming. I'm like, damn, can the Virgos get their little rain for a minute? Chill out. We still got the rest of the week, man. We still got the rest of the week. Dang. But yeah, happy belated solar return, brother. Happy belated solar return. Um, so I just want to sign myself out too and just say, I appreciate Word for bringing me into the word of the streets. The word on the streets is heavy. It be heavy. You already know we not pushing no dang. We not pushing agendas. These are just our thoughts and our feelings according to what's being put out there on the media. It's all public knowledge. You can go look it up. But these are just our feelings on what we have heard, what we have read, and what we have seen through the media. Um, Once again, I thank Word for bringing me Word of the Streets. Please make sure you follow me on all social media platforms.
Wait. First Lady OG, where you going?
Yeah. Oh, I thought I know you got to go to the look. I'm about to say the plantation. Lord, I know you got to go to
Listen,
work.
you already know I gotta go to work, all that good stuff, but I ain't ready yet. So you already know. But for the most part, like you said, overall, I think that for me, even seeing what's going on when it comes down to this industry, it makes me feel like it needs to go through this process of cleansing. Because not for nothing, we got a lot of young people that love music, whether it's rap music, drill music, opera music, whatever music they like. But remember, music is energy. And the things that our kids are able to watch on YouTube through these videos, it's a lot of demonic energies that lay within that. And do
And
I
we
think that we
are
could
in.
teach our kids you could do the music but do it independently? Like, let's start trying to figure out a way for you guys to open up your own industries and it doesn't just have to be in music. It could be in any type of industry.
But this
But
is what you
begin to
want.
start to make a change with that because a lot of
Exactly.
a lot of shit that's going on, you have to ask yourself, sidebar the Diddy situation, guys. I came across a video that was very disturbing. And I had to ask myself, what? Okay. And I know at times as parents, you can go through certain things, but this is where you have to gain some type of self control. This lady had her 1 year old in the back seat, and the 1 year old ended up spilling the shampoo in the back seat. She hits the baby. Then she takes the baby and she tosses the baby out the car. A bystander sees what's going on, goes and grabs the baby up. This woman pulls up back at the same area where she threw the baby out of and yanks that baby up out of the lady's hand and drives away with the baby. She's currently incarcerated for child abuse and etc. And the baby is in ACS care as of right now until they find family members, I guess, that'll be able to take the baby in. But in my mind, I'm saying to myself, The baby made you so mad. Keep this in mind. 1 years old made you so mad because she spilled shampoo in the back of the car. You hit her already, but then you're driving and you that angry that you throw her out of a moving vehicle.
Where was this?
This happened, I think this happened somewhere like in Chicago somewhere, but I'm gonna send you the story.
Okay.
Like when I tell you, it was crazy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it was like in one of
I
these
mean,
states.
I want to say that mental health is at an all-time high. These are
It
some of the
is.
things that we don't talk about within our communities due to a lot of trauma, due to a lot of brokenness from young people that grow into older people that are still broken and traumatized and have not healed, that are coming into situations. Then they are enhancing it with their medications and vaccinations and things of that nature, and it's almost like what's the name of that movie, Walking Dead. I mean, when you really think of it and think about it, if you was to really look at the news and pay attention to the stories and things that are going on, the Walking Dead is just, I mean, people are killing their own children. People are beating their own children. People are. I just listened to a story today. The 14-year-old girl shot her mother in the face 5 times, 3 times. She's now 15. She's standing trial. This happened in February of last year, and now she's 15. But I believe the mother was going to find to search her room for a vape pen because she was told not to do vape pens and she might have had a vape pen, but she took the mother's gun, I guess, from the room, shot the mother in the face, text the stepfather from the mother's phone, and then laid like almost in ambush for him to get home to shoot him too. But she ended up only grazing him, and now she's facing
That's
two life sentences
crazy.
at 15 years old. That's
That's
crazy.
that's crazy. Exactly. That is some crazy shit. But this is what I'm telling you. It's something that got these people mental really gone. Because the shit that you're actually
Mhm.
hearing taking place, it's,
Exactly.
for me, that shit sound outlandish.
Like babies killing babies. The other story, she said a 9-year-old girl, she was on some type of medication. She got up in the middle of the night and just stabbed her brother to death. 9 years old. And then when they
That's
got her in the
crazy.
morning, the like she's just crying, like, oh my God, I hurt Joey. Like I hurt Joey. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. She was just crying, saying
Because
what
she probably didn't realize
oh my
what took
goodness
place at that very moment.
gracious.
You know what I
Mm,
mean? And
mm,
that's that, like I said, you know, this is the thing. That's why it's always where you gotta search deeper. And yes, we do come out to talk about these celebrities, but it's non-celebrities doing the same shit. They just don't got no notoriety out here for you to know who they are. And then when you think about these young kids, like when you think about, let's just think about sex trafficking. You know how much kids is being sex trafficked every day, especially through this internet shit? That if you
mm,
don't monitor what your kids is watching, your kids could be caught up talking to somebody that's telling them, "Oh, come meet me here," or "I'm
mhm,
gonna send you this, and you're gonna meet me at this point in time." And next thing you know,
mhm,
your child, you thinking you sending your child to school, but your child is on the way to meet the person that just coerced them to come and meet them.
mhm.
Like this shit is really deep.
And they
So
grown.
even with that, the sex trafficking, when I with the Diddy shit, that's one of the things that I'm strong on. Yes, you should go to jail for, because at the end of the day, and that means you took a human body somewhere else to do what you needed to do, or to sell, or whatever have you.
Mhm, mhm.
It ain't something that like it for me. And even the young ladies that thought, because guess what, they had to feel comfortable. So these predators that's out here, that's what it is. They build the comfortability, and then there you go. You think these young girls know that? They're not seasoned. Some of them are sheltered and
Exactly.
now hitting the streets and learn who they are. That's how real it is. So when I say that I know people like they be in their own world with certain shit, the conversation definitely needs to be had a lot
Yes, Joey, you're
because of
absolutely
what our
right.
young people are facing. I think
Just a
folks are
lot of
being
spirit.
possessed by spirits these days. Listen, Joey, me and you both. And not for nothing, I feel like a lot of the spirits has arisen again because you got to
Because people
remember
do not
this world was
realize that
built on pain,
we're in
bloodshed.
spiritual
Mhm.
war. We're in a
That too.
spiritual war. So it is a lot of spiritual things going down, like the shift, the reset from 3D to 5D. 3D was the devil's playground. But it's like we're
Mhm.
not gonna get into all of that. But with the shift that's going from 3D to 5D, that's why I'm saying stay high vibrational. Keep yourself on a high frequency. Keep yourself motivated and moving with love. Love is the answer and love is the key. Love is going to set you free. And that is the honest to God's truth. You see what's going on around you, but also you cannot forget the circle and the square,
Mhm.
the order out of chaos. This is
Mhm.
how the people around us, the powers that be, this is how they move. You know, they create chaos and then come through like they're the superhero to come and
Yeah.
save you. But always remember, the oppressor is not going to save you. The one that's killing you is not going to save you. If it was all about saving you and all about loving you and all about being a part of making a great nation, there wouldn't be aluminum in the deodorants. It wouldn't be fluoride in the water. It wouldn't be metal and cement in the baby formula. They wouldn't spray the fruit and vegetables with poison. They would spray the
Mhm.
fruit and vegetables with things that will keep the vegetables from being eaten by insects, but it's also okay for us to eat it. Like at the end of the day, they are harming us in every single way by what we eat, what we hear, what we breathe, and even in what we wear. It sounds crazy, but it's not. This is where we are right now.
In
Why is there
society,
so
yes,
many
we are.
recalls? Why is there so many recalls? Why on the
Mhm.
internet now that they're showing you what these foods are really made of and where they're getting some of these foods from? Exactly. They definitely spray in the skies.
Yes.
They brought those lantern flies over here that are killing the trees. They already stopped planting female trees. They plant what, one female tree out of 25 male trees. Don't quote me on the ratio of numbers, but what I'm saying is they plant way less female trees that bear fruits and things, and they plant a lot of male trees, and the sperm of male trees is pollen. So now you realize how so many people have allergies now because there's nothing but male trees spreading pollen, giving people allergies because now what? It's against the law to have a fruit tree. Almost everywhere you walk,
Mhm.
you went in your yard, we had fruit trees in the yard. Then they came through and took them out of the parks and things like that, saying that people was complaining with the fruit on the floor and the this and the that. No, 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 no. They wanted to make sure that they can get all the fruit and charge you for it. They taught us and tried to teach us that nothing is free, but everything that we need is. The food that we're supposed to eat, the fruits and vegetables that grow out of the ground and off the trees, were free because we can grow them ourselves. Gold that they're charging you an arm and a half a leg for grows in the ground for free. They went and took it from everywhere they could find it and put a monetary value on it to sell it to you. Yes, Joey.
Yep. The female
Yes,
tree bared the fruit back in the
right.
bit. Back in. Yes,
Yes.
you are right.
You could walk down the street and pick blackberries and mulberries off the trees. When I was in DR, it was and
Definitely remember
everybody's
that.
oh, that's a third world country. Oh, they're so poor, they're so this. But I wake up every day like this is what I love. I can go in the yard and grab a coconut, get the top off it, put the water, put it in the fridge, let it get cold. I can
Eat the
go and
jelly.
grab a mango off the tree and eat it. I can go get a star fruit. I can go get a banana, real banana
Mm-hmm.
with the
Facts.
seed and eat for free. And it's growing right in the yard. They don't have to cut down their trees, their fruit trees. The poor children are over there grabbing the fruits off the trees and selling them on the streets when the tourists come through. Love is free.
Mm-hmm.
It costs nothing
Look,
to love, but
that
it
is
hurts
so
you
true.
to
You
hate.
say that so perfectly because I feel the same way. But
It
people
hurts
make
you
it
to
so
hate.
hard.
Right. It hurts you to hate. It hurts you to be mean. It hurts you to be nasty. It hurts you to be ugly. That hurts you. But to love and to smile costs you nothing, but it gains you a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. Once you understand why you smiling and why you're able to spread that love also with with unconditional, no attachments attached to it. I mean, listen, First Lady OG, I just love it when you come through because you always spread knowledge. And like I say, when I come in, I start off speaking on a topic, but always remember when you leave from here, you will be leaving with a message. Now, how my First Lady will say it, eat the meat, leave the bones.
That's it.
Okay? And we not out here to try to persuade you into anything because this is everything you can do your own research on. And this is the time of awakening. Trust and believe it. And as we sit right now, we have so many things using just this P. Diddy situation as an example of things yet to unfold. But now we just got to go a little bit beyond this P. Diddy situation. Because when I tell you everything is a cover for something else
Oh,
bigger,
yes.
that's where we're trying to make sure we have knowledge on. Because when it comes down to it, we need to know why and we need to be in the know. So then we know how to move. Listen, y'all,
You're
it's
right,
been
Joe.
always what he
They
said,
gonna
Joey.
pay. Joey
Excuse
said
my
that
French, but
he
these
said, but this
bastards
bastard's
gonna
gonna
pay
pay
for
what they
what
did
they
to
did
great
to
Mother
the
Earth.
great Mother Earth. Let me
I
tell
just
you
told my
something,
daughter
Joey.
yesterday to go
You
sit
ain't
with
never
Mother
said a lie.
Gaia. I told her to go sit with Mother Gaia yesterday, Mother Earth, and plant her tears in the earth. I told
Mm-hmm.
her that just yesterday, and you're right. They are gonna pay, but that's what's happening. You see this
They
water,
are.
you see this water rising up where it's rising up. You see the
Mm-hmm.
wind blowing super where they blowing, cause she done. She done. It's it's
Mm-hmm.
it's time. It's time. We're taking back the land. We're taking back the planet, and it's happening now. And it's gonna be a little ugly. And please believe it's war, and there are casualties in war. It is.
Yes, they are.
That's
100%.
that's just the
Unfortunately.
truth of it all. But
Yep.
a lot of people still come out on the other end shining bright. Yes, there are casualties. Yep, some people get hurt. Some people might even lose a limb or something. But everybody's not going down. So where's your mind?
I know what you're
Where's your
saying,
heart?
Joey. It does
I'm not
make you want
going
to
down.
cry.
It
Cause let me
does.
tell you something.
It does.
Before, and I'm not even gonna. I don't even gotta go too deep, Joey. But what I will tell you, before coming on here tonight, prior before I prayed and I asked for something that was put in front of me. Okay, the energies that be which I'm still in progress of understanding that you allow the energies in. You got to know how to block certain things.
because
I
your
say that
energy as well. Don't
right.
forget that.
Exactly, because that's the thing about it. We are energy as well. And you really can't analyze it until you begin to start to search within yourself. But like for me, like I said a prayer. It was something that happened for me that I said, wow, all right, because I asked for sight to see. The sight was given for me to actually see in real time. So now I'm like, okay, something comes into play. It throws me off. Then it was like a domino effect because right after that happened, something else happened. And it broke me down to I shed so many tears because sometimes I want to take other people's pain, but the pain that I feel sometimes is way beyond myself. And not realizing that we only have control of ourselves and what we do. And if any changes that got to be made, it has to start with self first. And that's why when the first lady said, like, listen, ain't nothing could be done if you don't start loving yourself first, that's where that
Yeah.
begins. Because the change starts definitely within. And I'm going to be so real speaking from a person in certain situations in life that you see things in this world that you wish you could put your hand on and change it because you want to change it for the upcoming children and your children's children. Because you know, when you look at this society, like it's in so much uproar of pain in different ways. We all don't have the same pain, but it doesn't mean that we all ain't hurting. This is where I feel like when I come to these platforms, I want to be able to be transparent and be able to have an outlet for people to feel comfortable to come and talk and say, today I didn't have a good day. Today my day was bad. But guess what? I came on here and I'm telling you this because just I need somebody to give me an uplifting word or point me to the right resources that I need to assist me in what I'm going through. That's where mentally for me I'm at when I sit back and I look at what I go through and what the world goes through when I walk out every day. And I'll be real with you. The only thing that keeps me going a lot of times is the fact that I always say is somebody in the world going through something more worse than I am. And so I guess you ain't going to give me nothing that I can't handle, even though I'm going to tell you sometimes this shit feels like I can't get through some days and it's unbearable. But I know he ain't bring me this far to leave me. And I know that I have more faith than I had before because I was always in a middle of questioning. Is it real to have faith? Or is it not? Like always in a battle with myself. And that's another thing. We are in a spiritual battle, like the First Lady OG said, with ourselves, each and every one of us. And that's why, even when you look in the mirror, what you speak in that mirror is what you manifest. We'll look at a mirror and not even realize how powerful a mirror really is because a mirror is what you look in that sees the soul,
But
that
that's
little
why,
child into that
honestly,
person.
when it comes to the mirror, you got to get in and you got to get out. Because now, if you really study science, there's no way that the reflection could be that fast. We're not going to get into that now or today. But pay attention to every movie that they shown you with what happens with mirrors. Think about it. That's why they
Yes,
tell you.
Joey.
That's why they tell you being vain is a sin.
Hmm.
Because what do vain people do? Stay in the mirror, where you think the spirits come from. out of that mirror, because that ain't even you. If you stand there and look in that mirror too long, guarantee you're gonna start picking yourself. You're gonna start picking negatively at yourself. Oh, is that a pimple? Damn, I'm getting fat right here. Oh, what is this? Is this a dark mark? Oh my god.
Because you're looking at that mirror with the intent in your mind of already criticizing who you are. So when you look in that mirror, you're not looking in that mirror subconsciously looking past something deeper than what the surface is. That's the thing about it. In my opinion.
By yourself,
Yes,
Chin.
me versus me. I'm gonna overcome that
That's
though.
it.
Listen,
That's
we
it.
all gotta
That's
overcome it. We
it.
all in a battle,
Always
Joey. So
know
you ain't in it by
I'm
yourself,
not
man.
your competition. You are.
My higher self, Chin Ed, check me in this age.
Hmm.
Fasho.
Chin checked. Hmm.
Chin,
I'm
when
not your
Chin is ready.
competition. You are.
That's it.
You
And
are
that's what
competing
you,
with self. And the only thing that you want to do, I don't care if it's 1/10, you just want to be a better you today than you were yesterday.
that
Tomorrow,
entire part.
you want to be a little bit better tomorrow than what you were today. One thing, just do one thing different or one thing extra tomorrow that you didn't do today that makes you happy. Just one thing. And don't look at anybody as competition because everybody is reflections of you, not your competition. They are your reflection. So when you look at someone, she get on my nerves because she all it's probably something that you see in yourself that you do not like. So at the end of the day, like I said, love self, be better than self. Praise yourself for every small win. I don't care how small it is. A win is a win. Give yourself the same compassion that you would give somebody else. We are so unfair to ourselves when it comes to things like that. You want to beat yourself up. I made the wrong turn. I made the wrong decision. I lost my damn $5. You want to beat yourself up and call yourself all kind of stupids and dummies and how the fuck can you do that, asshole? God damn it! But if I was to come to her and say, does she be like, Mom, don't worry, it's okay. Like I got you. I'm gonna give it to you. You know you made a mistake. It's all right. Everybody makes a mistake. And then. But for herself, I'm so stupid. I'm so like I'm on her so much. Talk nice. Talk nice. Talk nice to you.
Yeah.
Give yourself
And
the
you know
same compassion.
that's true. And I feel like almost that I've put myself, like I said, coming to a platform such as this and meeting a person like Joey. You know what I mean? You
Hmm.
gave like that's inspiration right there to understand that guess what? It's somebody out here that may be going through something that guess what? They stopped in and we
Hmm.
could actually exchange that energy to be
Hmm.
able to learn from each other to work through certain things. And like I said, just overall, if I can't give it to you, I know somebody that can. And if the
That's
person I know that can't give it to you, they know that they know somebody that can. And
that's
it
what's
goes
called a
on and on.
community. Yes, and that's what we are creating. We're
I
creating a
see I'm the
community.
only one in the chat. Sorry for all the typing. No, Joey, I
We
appreciate
love
you
your
coming through.
engagement.
Love
Appreciate
it.
your
I
engagement.
appreciate it. And
And
I'm
I'm
happy you
glad.
came through.
I
Most
am.
definitely.
I'm most likely I'm very happy that you can relate to the conversation. Like you said,
Yes.
me versus
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm gonna overcome that though. So that seems to be something that you're struggling with. And it's okay. We all struggling with the person inside of us.
Yep.
But realize the God within and stop fighting it and listen to it. Stop fighting it and love it. Stop
Hmm.
fighting it and realize
And
It's
be
taught for
unapologetic.
some
Be
reason.
unapologetic.
Unapologetically me. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that I'm not for everybody. I understand
That
that.
part.
My energy is strong, and I get that. But guess what? Who I'm for is who I'm for. Those that are not ready is what I call them. They're just not ready yet. If my energy is too strong and you feel like I'm not for you, it's because you're not ready yet. I'm semi
Mm-hmm.
seasoned and experienced in life. I'm literally going on a 6 decade of being here. So yeah, I do stand powerful in things that I believe, which is why I feel like I'm here and I'm coming here not for monetization, not coming here for a bunch of followers and friends. I'm coming
That
here
part.
for impact. I'm coming here to spread the truth and spread the word and find my tribe, those that are like minded, those that want the same that I want and are ready to walk the path with me, not against me. I don't give a damn what color you are, none of that shit. That's not what I'm here about. That's not what I'm about.
Period.
I want to
Nope.
save the world. And the only way to save the youth is to tell them the truth. And I'm starting with the babies, with the young ones, because they are the future. When I first
They
heard that song,
definitely are.
I believe the children are the future. I was the child then. And now I have to look at my grandchildren, 9 of them, and they are going to be the future. So they need
That
to
part.
know the truth, not the lies that I was raised up on, not the lies word was raised up on. Like we're
Yep.
really extending truth to the youth. Your
Yes,
little
my
girl
little
is your
girl is
best
my
friend.
best friend.
Yes, yes.
That part.
I got it. Is it here? Is it here? Is it this side or the other
And
side?
I'm gonna tell
I got
you
daddy's little girl right on me too.
that
Mhm.
whole part because you are the first man that she's gonna love and
Ever
always love.
love.
That's gonna
You're the
show
first
her.
man she
That's
loves.
gonna
Yes.
show her what that's supposed to look like at all times.
Any man
And that's
comes
the
to
thing
her
about
life.
it. It's sad
That's
because it's
right.
not a lot of little girls that have their daddies
I
and
mean,
they
let's
out
not get
here.
into the powers that be to make sure that there weren't daddies in the home. That was purposely and wonderfully done. But we ain't
I
gonna
mean,
get
they
into
surely
that.
succeeded. And
Yes,
we
they
are
did.
gonna come back with that
Yeah, we
because
are.
like I
We are.
said, when we start to dive in deep, we dive in deep. And y'all know I like literally love to sit here and just
What
open
time for
our
work?
minds up.
Sorry, y'all. I gotta be mom right now.
So yeah, I'm out of here by 10:20. Well,
It's
10:30.
10:20. Okay, so
No,
basically that
10:30.
means she has to go.
So, with that being said,
She wants
guys, this is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word. Thank you, Joey, for pulling up, and
yes,
you're
Joe.
always invited. Please
Always
subscribe
welcome.
to the channel because I would love to see you again. I'm actually learning how to drop my link from my phone, but the next time around, I'll be on my laptop. I appreciate you
Yes.
so much. And like my
Hey,
first
never
lady would
say
say,
bye, Joey, because that sounds so final.
yeah, that's what I was about to say too,
Please
because
say
it's not
later.
final.
Check y'all later. I'll even take good night. But please don't say the B word.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you and later. Even if you say later, alligator. All right.
Yes, Joey. And we are big on certain things. And so you took the words
Etymology
right
of
out of my
words.
mouth. Took the
Etymology.
words. Yes.
Yes.
And took the words right out of my mouth. And thank you, Joey, for dropping that later in the chat. And please
Al.
subscribe because you're always welcome. Turn on that notification too, Joey. So every time that I go live, you will be notified. And like I said, the next time I see you, you'll be
Thank
able
you,
to, if you
Joey.
like, hit the link. But I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody that's going to drop in and hit the replay button. You guys been really showing me a lot of love and I appreciate that. because it means a lot when I see that people appreciate the content that I'm trying to actually bring to you guys. And like I said, for the most part, just trying to be an outlet. The First Lady OG, thank you for always gracing my panel. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their night. I
Yeah.
am going to be heading off to work, but
Peace,
I
love,
will
and
be
light,
back
everyone.
with another video. So I want you guys to stay tuned. We'll be back with another video really, really soon. First Lady OG, I'm gonna leave you with the last words, just because you know you
Yes.
grace my panel and you always drop jewels. So you can take it away from here, and then we're out.
Peace, love, and light to everyone. Again, thank you for word, for bringing me the word on the street. The word for the streets today is love. Just love yourself. Love everyone around you. If you haven't told anyone today, tell them. And if you feel like there's nobody to tell yourself. Tell yourself, I love you. You're purposely and wonderfully made. You're not a mistake. You're here for a purpose. You chose to be here. And through every single obstacle, every weapon formed against you, you have won 100%. Yes, yes, Joey. I have, I have sons and grandsons, and I let them know that it's okay to shed tears. It's okay to cry. If they're hurt, it's okay. It doesn't make them any less of a man. It makes them more less of a man to watch a woman hurt and struggle and do nothing. That makes you less of a man. It makes you less of a man to watch another man slap another woman. That man, you do nothing. That makes you less of a man. Shedding tears
Speak
when you're
on it.
does not make you less of a man. Men hurt too, and it's okay for them to cry. We grew up, that came from my era, and I apologize for that. I apologize for a lot of the things that come from my era. Again, I'm about to be 6 decades here. So I got some old teachings back in the ways that even like, sticks and stones break my bones, but words could never hurt you. Bullshit. Oh, excuse me, YouTube, but BS. Words can hurt. There is life and death in the power of the tongue, and words do hurt. So a man can cry, and it's okay because they hurt too. This is why you have a lot of women running around here talking about men ain't this and they ain't that. No, they're broken. And they've been broken. They were broken little boys that grew into broken men, suppressing their feelings for years. And then you want to call him a monster when he snaps, when one day he can't hold it in anymore. That's what happened to him. Shut up, nigga. You can't cry. You ain't no sucker. You ain't no girl. Wipe them tears. Shut up. Suck it up, buttercup. Nah. No. 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 It's okay to let your feelings show. It's all right. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't make you less of a man. And that's true teachings. Do tell your children that. And do let your children know, whatever color they are, light, dark, short, tall, chubby, slim, love themselves for who they are. Teach them to love other people, but don't teach them to accept being mistreated, used, or abused.
Yes, First Lady, you said that. Say that
With that,
again.
I'm
Run
going to go
that
with
one more
that,
time because that's something that really needs to be said one more time because that is a true, true statement.
It is, y'all. It is. It is. It is. Tell your babies to love themselves. I had to tell my daughter-in-law, stop putting those braids, stop putting the hair in her head. Stop putting that hair in her head all the time, making her think that she has to feel like she has to have long hair flowing down her back all the time, or then she's not cute, or her own hair is not good enough. She has to have weave and all of this like all the other girls. No, make her love herself and love her curly, locky hair. Don't make her think she got to pay thousands and billions of dollars for the hair that they put in that cankalon hair is giving cancer and poisons and all kind of stuff. And if it's human hair, who the hell hair is it? And what type of energy is on it that you stick into your damn head? If it's somebody's human hair,
Definitely.
then it comes with energy because this is my antenna. This is my ether. These locks are power. So if you're taking the hair of someone else, that's why I'm very mindful of who touches my locks. Because if you have bad energy, you can't touch my hair.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It's so crazy that you mentioned it because I actually watched a documentary of them actually cutting in India. They cut off all of the young ladies' hair and they clean it. They show you how they clean the hair and do all of that before they actually take the hair to sell it overseas.
And get it sewn. Yeah, the ladies grow their hair way down past their feet and they cut it off in different lengths. I mean, I thought that's what we were supposed to be doing too. But I'm cool with what I have. And again, it's my energy and it's my power. And at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of everything that we read, what we listen to, all of our intake. All of our intake is important. And we did not start having situations, diseases of the body and problems until we started doing the things that we were not supposed to be doing. We got to it's time to really realize what it means to be healthy. It's not a diet, it's not a trend. Being healthy is a lifestyle, and they're making it very hard for you. But it's taking you back to the essence of living off the land, growing your own food, your own herbs, your own fruits and vegetables. And it's not that hard. It's not as hard as you think. My son is in an apartment and he had more herbs than I do out of red solo cups. I know you heard where there's a will, there's a way. And if you really was to pay attention to what you're eating and the things that they're showing you, come around. Come around and see me. You might be a little bit upset when you cannot when you choose not to. It's still all on you to choose. But I'm gonna show you your favorite is snacks and the things that you love. Oh, let me grab me a bag of Doritos before I jump on the train. After you come sit with me for a little while and see the things that I can show you about the things that you're eating. If you're still eating fast food, stop. Stop. I have receipts that'll show you a meal out of McDonald's that been sitting for 9 years, 11 years, and it still look like the same day she bought it. Why would you eat that? The potatoes that they use to make the fries, they're sprayed with something that they tell the farmers to stay away for 4 days after they're sprayed. And then they're putting this big drum as big as a football stadium. And the gases are so like you cannot for days, but then they turn around and chop it up and put it in a bag and feed it to you. You don't know what you eating in them stores. You don't know what you're eating. You're not going to go hungry. The biggest thing in the jungle, the gorilla, he don't eat no meat. I know. I know. But look up where chicken really come from. Where they come from. Hybrid animal that they created. Where does that really come from? Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm almost 6 decades here. So I was raised up on all the shit. And yes, it is hard, but guess what it really is? The parasites within. Please believe you have parasites within. You need to do a detox and start eating healthy. You need to do a
See,
72-hour juice fast.
I was just saying that today. What that's called, like what we'll say back home, where we'll tell you deworm yourself because parasites give you worms in your belly.
Parasites
And
are worms.
yeah,
There are many kinds. Tapeworms, the
yeah,
little
mm-hmm.
things, the
Fact.
black that come from out of your feet. When you do detox, you're gonna see a lot of things that come in the feces. But at the end of the day, better out than in. And they are very smart. And make sure when you're detoxing that you're with someone that really knows what they're doing and taking the proper things, because you can take something that can kill them and not expel them from your body. And they are so smart. They can go and hide other places. So you really have to make sure you're detoxing your body, because think about it. You're eating a dead animal that's decomposing inside of you. But if you truly read the Bible, don't quote me on scriptures, Genesis between chapters 1 and 2. He say, let the fruit be your meat. We're supposed to eat like plants. The sun. Why you think they created school and work? So for the most vivid hours that the sun is up, that you should be under it. You in the building, in a dimly lit building, away from the sun. And by the time you come out, it's going down. Good detox method. Mineral light whey. Um, Hold on, let me get you a good parasite cleanse. I don't know how to spell it. Okay, I apologize. We gotta let word go. She gotta go to work. She probably fell off. I just want to give him the how to spell it. Okay. Let me see if I'm gonna write it here for you. Can I? No. Okay. Listen to this. MINERALITEWAY.com. And if anything, hit word or hit me on the back end, and I will actually I'll give you the information again. But it's minerallightway.com. And there's parasite cleanse. He's a personal friend of mine that I call my brother. And he is a biochemist, master herbalist. You can ask my daughter. My grandson was in a situation. He asked for the blood work. He diagnosed my grandson before she even took him to the hospital. He's good at what he does. And these are his herbs. And he has all of these things. He's in Florida, but he will send it to you. A mineral light way. So one more time, you just got a pen. Okay. mineraliteway.com. So minerallightway.com. And if you have problems pulling up the website or anything, just hit me on the back end, and I'll send you my number. And
Yeah, or you could drop in the comments.
yes. I can't. I gotta connect. I didn't connect yet, and it's gonna make me have to go out and do. And I ain't sure which.
No, no, no. I was telling him, or he can drop whatever he needs in the comments, and I'll just let you know,
Okay.
like in
Okay.
in the comment section.
Okay. Yeah, you could leave it for word if you have a problem, and I'll definitely get back to you. I'll get back to you most definitely. Okay. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm glad you're gonna. We gotta start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. I know you got to go, baby girl. So I'm out of here. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. And I will see y'all again. Thank you. Have a
Yes, and if nobody told you that they loved you, we love you. This is the Honesty Podcast with your girl Word, and of course the First Lady OG. And we will be back. Peace, Joey. We will be back. So remember what I said. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out of here. Peace.